Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, in this very insightful session of the Frontier in Sustainable Agro-Maritime and Environmental Development Conference 2025, I would like to thank you for the opportunity that you have given us to present the article with the title The Sensory Perception of Mangosteen Flesh, a Bibliometric Analysis. Second time, let me introduce the presenter and the author's team. The presenter today is I, Fadila Nur Azizah, and the author's team is Professor Dede Robiatul Adawiyah, Dr. Ingda Suhunayfi, and Dr. Dias Indrasti. We are from the Department of Food Science at IPB University. And now we will move on to the main presentation. Introduction. Garcinia mangostana, or mangosteen, often referred as the queen of the tropical fruit for its distinctive sweet-sour taste and rich bioactive compounds, particularly xanthanins and their derivatives. It is generally consumed fresh. In Indonesia, several industries produce mangosteen peel extract as a nutraceutical. However, these industries did not process mangosteen flesh optimally, and it was waste as an unused byproduct. Several studies about mangosteen, such as mangosteen peel extract, mangosteen fruit drink, and mangosteen pulp powder. The study aimed to determine the relationship between mangosteen flesh or pulp and sensory perception using bibliometric analysis. The methodology, data collection. The Scopus database was used to collect an extensive and comprehensive dataset with the keywords mangosteen flesh, mangosteen pulp, and food sensory perception. The inclusion and exclusion criteria were non-English articles, original and review articles from 2015 to 2025, with the total documents were 1,120. The data extraction of relevant author details, affiliations, words, and global cited analysis were utilized as bibliometric methods to identify patterns most relevant to authors, most relevant affiliations, affiliation production over time, most relevant words, most globally cited, and the collaboration network. Tools we used VOSviewer application and Biblioshiny from our studio. Results and discussion. The most relevant authors were Chen Jianse and Stiger Marcus, with the total of the documents were 25. And the most relevant affiliations were Wageningen University and Research, with a total article 128. The affiliations production over time. We can see the blue line. Wageningen University and Research continuously increased the production of the article over time from 2015 to 2025. The most relevant words were sensory perception, with the total occurrence were 1,076. And table 1, the most global cited, paper by Kiria Chow from the journal Sciences Horticulture, with the total citation 309, with the title Towards a New Definition of Quality for Fresh Fruits and Vegetables. The quality of fruits and vegetables constitutes a dynamic composite of their psychochemical properties and consumer perception. Pre-harvest factors include the optimized application of controlled stress conditions that increase primary and secondary metabolites and improve organoleptic and functional aspects of quality. The collaboration network from Figure 5, we can see the Ares Gaston, was collaborated with Chen Jianse. And the network visualization from VOSviewer. In the study, there was only one cluster, sensory perception, and the closer that the descriptors are connected, the stronger the correlation between researchers. The keyword sensor perception is closely related to all descriptors, and the density visualization was used to examine aspects of research that remain unexplored. Research topics on the sensor perception of mangosteen flesh are still very rare. In the conclusion, mangosteen flesh has high potential for processing into food products, such as instant powdered drinks. The most affiliations and production over time were the Wageningen University and Research. The most relevant words were sensory perception. Research on mangosteen flesh or pulp and its sensory perception is still relatively rare, and this topic remains very broad and necessary for further study. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.